number 2. MVP, the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me.
My hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow, 180, 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On second and very short, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike's 5-4. Check pass. Check pass.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Yellow. There's a little lady. 4. So we got man. 25.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Mahomes now on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Yellow.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught by Jackson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
13th play now, the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Lindsey. It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Right there, 54, right there.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert flare. They go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Thank you for calling too. This is Junior. How may I help you? Okay, who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Bradley.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Screen.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Howell, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing again, Howell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Howell. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. About set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Get 'em, boys.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes
nowhere
to escape, and he goes down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's caught by Jackson. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Here I come again. Out.
They're going with Lindsey. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Yellow, 480.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yellow, strip the ball. Strip that, boys.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. Third down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He wants it all for the end zone. And
what?
Incomplete with
oh my God.
Remaining now. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. Now Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Okay, on this defense, no game.
Yo, G-Man. I got you.
Set 90 Wolf.
Okay.
Ready?
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow. 180. Rip left.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Yeah.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Did nobody call a timeout? It was that change of possession.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs.
No.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handle, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the man dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit.
Yes, sir.
above it.
Oh, I got a custom playbook too. Yeah. Yeah.
We gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and
Bro, that nigga Tyree.
AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken.
What's the Legends?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Nah, I feel you, G, man. That's what it is. It's I'll be honest with you, getting burnt out on it. And then you trying to play in 2 leagues too. It's time for, it's just time for that new joint.
Ready. 59, mark. Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Yeah, my boy Bird done deterred me, dog. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying? He had a little bed, but I ain't gonna even. Nah, but I ain't gonna stress over it. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone.
At the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses. Those exact type of runs.
Check 52, 2-jet bomber.
Yeah,
2-jet bomber.
I don't bet, you know.
Kill, turn up. Big rip.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard
but
there.
Yeah, you know, we ain't gonna even trip on that.
They tried a quick hitter
ain't nothing but some gas money.
Swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive
it's the principle. It's the principle. Now, it's the principle of it. Because you was all on me about betting, and I wasn't even, you know what I'm saying. But I was like, fuck it, I'll go and bet with you. And so, but you wasn't expecting to get the shit beat out of you because I've been losing, you know what I'm saying? So nigga thought he was just gonna come run through me. And it didn't go that way. You know what I'm saying?
7 yards to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I knew it wasn't gonna be close because I mean, Bird, you alright, but you can't fuck with me. Like it's just some certain people in the league that I know. Like
you often control the game.
I know I got a dub. You know what I'm saying? So like, but.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
You gotta live with that one, brother.
Here we go.
From the gun, Powell.
Oh, what are you doing?
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. He's such a good route runner.
That what you call it so tough now.
And you know
that pass interference, because that first out route you threw on the first game to that dude, I was all over his back.
In important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 9.
Yeah, because the new one on the way.
Looking to throw. Powell trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Yeah, I think it was a hit that nigga took.
Touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball, give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Point after, right down.
But I ain't gonna lie, though. I like the little old, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if we would have started out the league, like if we would have started out the Madden on the fantasy shit, I think, you know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with the fantasy teams. You know?
Couple extra yards up to the 27
And then you ain't gonna get to keep everybody, so like free agents, like you know what I'm saying? Like you'll never, like your team should never be, you know what I'm saying, trash. You feel me? It's just your thumbs.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the pick
he probably got the worst team.
Decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of
Cause I'm telling you, I didn't want to take the Patriots because I thought he was gonna get in. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna let him have them, boys.
to let him get settled back in.
Because, I mean, Brady, they don't really got no, they ain't got no just, they got a good defense. They got a solid defense. But their offense, they're not explosive enough for me.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Oh yeah, well I see if I get him hot, yeah, I see the first receiver open from jump.
Have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of
That's how I
6
started picking them apart. I
The
just got the nigga Brady hot.
Look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? You know, hey, well, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that.
I'm talking about it. No matter what route you running, like there's always gonna be somebody open. That hoe is gonna light up and throw it to him like as soon as it light up.
3 down, 3 down.
Looking to throw on second down. Howell. And the Chiefs are gonna get him.
They take so long with the release on this bitch.
I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. We're a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult.
Oh,
You're
picked
asking
it
a
up.
whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start,
I think that's what they're gonna make better next year, though.
Oftentimes, the advantage definitely
them
goes to the
receivers gonna
defensive
be able
player.
to tip them out and
Now
keep
throwing
going.
on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They be
Now
making that
comes the
shit where the
Cowboys
defense
punter.
can do it, but
Tyreek
you
Hill
rarely
back
see
deep
where
for Kansas
offensive
City.
player catch a tip pass and keep going.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. "35 yards on the return." Picked up some good blocks as well. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Yeah, cause it be if you got the right nigga in the right space, shit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the
I'm trying to
pickup
do
there.
what I'll
It'll be
do,
2nd and 8.
That nigga.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
But see, one thing about playing with them boys, the first thing you need to do, get right, is that secondary. You get that secondary right, you'll be all right.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
We got to step it up. Switch. Hey, 57. Hey, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. They complete it to Hill. The 20. And all the way in.
Yeah, I seen that cover too. I seen him when he stopped. I was like, yeah, man, I'll keep going with that one.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Who I really feel like got the best team in that legend shit, though, is them Ravens. Like, whoo, that best defense. I say the best defense. I don't know, Jay Breeze. He got the Ravens.
Offense.
Yeah.
Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This
the
becomes
Ravens
a
got the best
drive,
defense on the game.
Certainly
But
does.
the best
Teams
offense,
squint plays. We know that.
He rifles one
I
that's
don't know,
intercepted.
because it's a lot of
Picked off near
talent.
the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Umpire through the flag.
Oh, wait.
Indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know,
No, I accepted that bit. That was supposed to.
the umpires get different responsibilities, but always,
Get the fuck.
always making sure no one's holding.
Damn, so they want to
One
give you the
more
ball
in here
back.
before the quarter
Shit.
breaks.
Watch the screen. See Griff.
Operating from the gun. Powell. This is called
Why
by
you so
Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score.
Yeah.
This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 out more.
Unless you playing on them,
Second
man.
and 6, just inside the 30.
Underground West. Kill. Take four.
On second down, this is Harris. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Powell. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
43.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Man, that's trash.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Calling, they're locked in really well.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the 1st half, I might say, they at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases
Hey, he
to
was
amaze me
down.
because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Powell. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Muscles him off. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Yellow. Better bring it. Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
You're doing too much good.
Return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Let's go. 15, 1. 15, 1. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
On third down, Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong. Blue draw Corkers. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
2nd and 6. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Run to Mike. Watch one. Watch one. Let's go, defense. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Howell. And that is incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Okay, Brady, I see you.
Joe Schobert on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch one. Watch one. Hey, we have that.
They go to Elliott again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Powell. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs to make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mahomes going to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here.
On the ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That one completes. Elliott.
Good game, G-Man.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
He doesn't seem to get ruffled no matter where he plays, does he? Home, on the road. If you put him in a neutral site, which he hopes one day would be the Super Bowl, he plays at a high level. We know about the big right arm, but I think it's the poise that I'm really, really admiring out of this youngster and watching him play. How about the first 3 games of his career in the NFL as a starter?
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky,